Wow, I don't even know where to start. Chapter 1076 is the one. If you haven't read chapter 1076, go read it right now. Come back, watch the video. This chapter was insane. And now I understand why chapter 1075 was like not really much happening and just set up chapters. And that's usually how it goes. We get a setup chapter because the next one is going to be a banger. This was crazy. So I don't even know where to start. There's no cover story this week. The cover was still pretty dope, but I'm cool with no cover story because we had a lot happening this chapter, and let's jump into it. So we start off Zoro and Luffy once again, still faced off against the two Seraphim, the S-Hawk and S-Bear, with Lucci and Kaku still wanting to be free from the handcuffs. Like I said last week, they're going to get freed. A little bit of banter, a little bit of back and forth before that happens, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And understanding now that these Seraphim are built different. Now I see why Vegapunk said they were the strongest creatures. So we got some pretty interesting fights. We also got some power scaling to talk about. I may make a video talking about the Seraphim. It's looking like the Seraphim might be stronger than their counterparts because of the fact that they have the Lunarian DNA. Aside from the abilities of the person they were cloned of, they're given an additional ability to power them up. I have a video coming out talking about devil fruits and certain specific devil fruit users, some powerful devil fruits that were given to wrong characters because the characters are very weak. And I was talking about if certain people were to have a devil fruit. Mihawk is one of the people that I talked about potentially having a fruit. I didn't say the dice fruit, at least not in the video that's coming out. It was a different devil fruit that I talked about, but him having the dice fruit is toxic as hell. Oda was like, how can I make all these characters extra toxic? Oh, here we go. Let's give him a devil fruit that enhances the abilities that they already have. It's crazy. So we're in for definitely some pretty dope fights with Zoro and Kaku versus S-Hawk, and Luffy and Lucci versus S-Bear. Luffy already taking it serious and going Gear 4, and Lucci still talking crap like he's gonna try and kill Luffy and beat the crew after.
What?
Man's is delusional. But anyways, definitely a lot to unpack in this chapter. We got the reveals of what happened to CP5, CP7, and CP8 agents that came to the island, as well as Vegapunk, the Stellar Body. So we know where the Stellar Body is. Somebody cracked him over the head because he's leaking a little bit. And he's eliminated himself as a suspect, which for myself, I didn't really have him high on the list as a suspect for whoever's doing all this damage. But now it seems like whoever is the one that's been capturing all these agents also captured him. So they've been plotting this for a couple of months now. It's got to be one of the Vegapunks, right? One of Vegapunk's satellites or Stussy, because it has to be somebody who knows the lab very well. I saw somebody commented Caribou, and I know some other YouTubers talked about it potentially being Caribou. I think this kind of eliminates that fact because these other agents have been captured months before Caribou got to Wano. So Caribou is eliminated for me as a potential suspect, and obviously the Stella himself. So it's got to be one of the Vegapunks or Stussy that has been doing all of this, unless there's some other character that we have no idea about. I also ruled out the fact that it could be Saint J commanding the Seraphim. So it's got to be one of the Vegapunks for sure, commanding the Seraphim as well as capturing Stella and the rest of these CP agents. So that's pretty much the main stuff that was going on in Egghead, because the rest of the chapter was what I wanted. It was one of the things on my wish list I talked about last week. I was like, there's so many things happening outside of Egghead. I would love for Oda to just touch on a little bit of something. When it started off, I thought it was going to be Garp for a second. When I saw something about one of the naval bases, I was like, are we about to see what's going on with Garp going over to Hachinosu? But turned out to be that we're checking in on elbaf, and we checking in with Kid. And we've got a confirmation that people theorized for forever that Shanks is affiliated with elbaf, and it seems like elbaf is under their protection. Unlike any of the other Yonko, though, he doesn't take any tributes. Definitely is Shanks like, and that's kind of how Luffy is. You know, same way we have Luffy has Wano under his banner, but he's not trying to take anything from them. He just wants to protect them. But that's kind of something that we kind of all suspected. Like I said, a lot of people theorized elbaf was under Shanks's authority, and now we got the confirmation. Kid pulling up for part 2 against Shanks's crew is hilarious because he has no chance. My mans, you lost your arm and you didn't even face Shanks?
Peter, what are you doing? Crack? What the f?
There was jokes about the monkey taking his arm, and it looks like it might really be true because it doesn't seem like Kid fought anybody really important. That's crazy. And now he's not only trying to face Shanks, but it seems like Shanks' fleet is also there. And I don't know. I don't know what's going through Kid's mind. If you know, after taking down Big Mom with Law's help, he thinks now he's a big shot. But it's about to be a wrap for Kid. It looks like it's going to be a wrap for Kid. It's going to be a wrap for Law. Unfortunately, Law, my boy. But I think, you know, the way the battles are shaping up, we're definitely going to be getting a full all-out war very soon. And it seems like everything is happening towards the end of the Grand Line. So maybe we won't go back to Marijois. I'm not sure. I have a theory that I'm working on that I was talking about. The Straw Hats still potentially going back to Marijois because I was thinking about Vivi. I was thinking about a bunch of different things. You know, the Eames reveal, but I never expected the Gorosei to leave Marijois. So definitely seems like a lot of things are changing, and Laughtel will probably be where the story really ends. But anyways, definitely didn't want to get too caught up in the end game. This chapter is fire. It's unfortunate we got a break next week. You know, don't think we're gonna get any more of the Kid and Shanks stuff for a while. The same way we haven't gotten the Blackbeard and Law. We might get a little teaser of the battles beginning to start. This, you know, the same way that we got with Law and Blackbeard. We might get a little teaser and see how Kid's crew is planning to manage this whole situation, pulling up to elbaf. And it's not even just that. I almost forgot, they have the Giants. The Giants alone. They don't even need Shanks' crew, I'm sure. I'm not disrespecting Kid too much. I'm sorry. If there's any Kid fans, I feel bad because, you know, this is likely where your story will be ending soon. My friend, Eustace Captain Mid. It looks like this is where your ship sets into the sunset. I'm sorry. I don't know if that's really gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen with them. You know, Oda don't like to kill characters, so I don't think he's gonna die, but we'll see what's gonna happen. Theories for 1047. So we're gonna get a lot more of the fights happening in Egghead. I'm sure we're gonna focus a lot more on Egghead. We might get a little bit more of a teaser of what's going on. Like I said, I'm hoping for that, but I don't think we're gonna get any more of that. Oda's gonna probably save that for another 2 chapters or so when, you know, another break is coming, because Oda loves to tease us before the break. So I think we're gonna check back with the other Straw Hats, see what's going on with them. We might get some more attacks on the Straw Hats because we haven't seen what's going on with the other 2 Seraphim in this chapter, that being the S Shark, the Jinbei Seraphim, and S Boa Hancock Seraphim. So most likely we're going to see what's going on with those 2 Seraphim. They're going to most likely be attacking the other Straw Hats. And we might get like a tease or something about who the actual suspect really is, whoever the traitor really is. And let me know who you guys think. I'm sticking with my pick for now. Last chapter I said Edison was most likely. I don't think I mentioned Shaka being a suspect, but I think it's either Edison or Shaka. Lilith I feel like is a red herring. I feel like Lilith is almost too obvious. It could be Lilith. Sometimes it is very obvious in One Piece, you guys know. It could be Lilith. Lilith has been, you know, obviously Lilith is the evil one, but I feel like that was kind of a red herring to kind of throw us off. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, who you think the traitor is. Let me know if you guys think Kid has a chance in this fight. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It's your boy, Gabe D Champ. Peace.